What is up, Young V Nation? How y'all living? How my Thuggy Nation doing? How y'all thugging? How y'all doing for real? Like, I know it's a lot going on in this world, so I just want to make sure y'all straight, because if y'all not straight, then we got a problem. So I want to first off by saying, y'all, I am so sorry I haven't made a video in the last 2 days. Things kind of been going and I couldn't have had enough time. I started a video yesterday, but tell me why I could not finish it. Lord. But I want to tell y'all, first and foremost, thank you for watching my videos. Thank y'all for viewing it. Thank y'all for liking it. You know, thank y'all for just showing love and showing that you're there. And even if you click on it, which means if you damn near a minute in right now, click on the video. You're clicked in, you're locked in, just like it for a name. Just so I can know, like, is it worth me doing this, and do I need to switch up my content, or if y'all really messing with the kids. So that's why I always tell y'all to like, subscribe, and mainly comment, because not only do I want y'all to comment what y'all like about the video, I just want to talk with y'all. And shout out to, I think it's Solo Dolo. You commented on my video last time, and I really thank you. I hope I got your name right. But thank you so much for commenting. That was really, really nice. That was really, really sweet. And that really, really made me feel good, regardless of what was said. But yes, so today's topic, y'all. Oh, y'all thought I was gonna tell y'all, oh my God, I'm slipping. Before I get to the topic, y'all, I do gotta say, I already said it, but just like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And yeah, so the topic for today, y'all, I was going back and forth with this topic because in this situation, y'all, I kind of feel like, I don't know, like, it's like lonely, alone, and love. And that's what I want to talk about, because I tend to feel like my character and who I am very much so changes a lot of people's behavior, even a little bit. And I don't want who I am and my character to mess up a lot of people, and I feel like it does that sometimes. So I'm very much so cautious. I'm not going to get in a situation that I know is not going to benefit me in a good way. I'm going to run from it. I'm going to hide from it. I'm not going to hide. I'm just not going to go to it. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not even going to say anything dealing with that situation. That is how I am. That is how I operate. So when I think about love, we're going to start there. But when I think about love, I'm like, I know how I move and how I talk. People might think that I don't like love, or I don't love, but no. I know that Tupac was right when he's saying unconditional love is what's it gonna take to change this world. I know you need love. You need love from your mother, your father, the person you're with. You know, like, you need abundance, and I know you just need abundance of love. And that's why I'm trying to do better at showing people that, because I realized like a couple days ago, I'm like, damn, I'm pretty dismal and neutral. I don't say monotone when it comes to that subject, just because I've never seen like a good outcome come from it. So like, in my experience, I'm like, you know what, why should I play myself and put myself in the same situation I said I wouldn't when I'm not even ready? You know what I mean? So to be honest, love is a beautiful thing. I love black love. I love all types of love. I love when I see, like, when I'm rolling through the hood, and I go outside and I see like the neighbors talking to the other neighbors, and it's just they laughing. Like, I love that. Any type of good energy I love, because that's what we need in this world. We don't need so much negativity and anger and just hate and sorrow. Like, enough of that. I'm happy to see love. I love when I see love. But I also know that I'm not stupid, and I know that not everybody loves the way I love. or want to love the way I love. So I'm like, you know what? Let me be careful and pay attention, because people will use who you are and the love you have to give, and they can see that. It's like people come in to do harm to you. I swear it's like they can feel your weaknesses, and once they learn them, they'll use them. So I don't know, I'm just like, I love love. I love seeing it. Anybody that knows me know I kind of like steer away from it, just because I've seen it have negative effects. But that's because people picking wrong people, and I can't blame love for humans' bad mistakes. I gotta stop doing that. So in this situation, y'all, I am sorry to anybody that knows me and I made you like feel like, you know, let me not love. I made you scared to love, because I do feel like I have an influence on people. As much as I would like to say I'm not, I do. I'm an older sister, so I know that. I know that who I am, people kind of gravitate towards, and they pay attention to me. And much as I don't think they do, in reality, they probably do. So I want you to tell y'all, loving people is not bad. Feeling love is not bad. It doesn't make you sad. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you anything less than the next person next to you that doesn't love. If anything, you have a little bit more, because you're willing to give that effect. Like for me, I love my family. I love God. But also, I have love for music and Tupac. Like, I have a real genuine love for these people. Malcolm X, like, I have a real genuine love. Like, I feel like if I took a lot to take the test, I pass with flying colors. Put my whole soul on that. You know what I mean? Because these things I really love. So I know what love can feel like. I know it's a good feeling. I know that it's there. I know that it's possible. But I don't want y'all to take the condition that everybody's going to love. And I feel like that's why I'm going to set this bar at. Simply, it's okay to love. I love seeing it. It's a good thing to have it. If you're in love, don't feel bad for being in love. I feel like a lot of people starting to feel bad, and that's why they're messing up their relationships they're in, because they feel bad that they're letting themselves be this vulnerable, when there's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, that's the most beautifulest thing, to be able to be vulnerable with somebody and be able to open up and be yourself, because you're not made of stone. Like, I have this persona where I try to keep my emotions at unleash, but as of lately, I've been trying to let go of a lot of stuff, and that includes opening up these doors that I closed years ago. I didn't want to see them. I didn't want to hear about them. I shut them, because they're doors that lead to the me that can be potentially harmed. You know, like, this is our defense mechanism. A lot of us do this. I'm one of those people. I have a defense mechanism where if I feel like you getting too close, I'm going to push away. If I feel the love, but I'm like, you know, I'm second guessing it, because I'm like, you know what, anybody can love. Let me say that backwards. Let me take that back. Anybody can show fake love. And like Nipsey Hussle said, you got to be careful. That fake love be feeling real too. So that's what I'm worried about. Accepting a love that's not real, and then getting played. And then looking at myself like, nigga, how did you get played? You told yourself this a long time ago, and look what you did. You go against your word, and you end up got tested, and now you failed. You know what I mean? So let me conclude with love is saying, I love love. Black love is beautiful. Any type of love is beautiful, but y'all know I'm for black love. It's the most prettiest and beautifulest thing. Do not be afraid to love. Do not feel weak that you love. If you're in love, don't try to sabotage it, because you see everybody in the world with this negative opinion towards love, and that if you love somebody, it makes you weak. It doesn't. It doesn't. Let me say that first and foremost. I want people to give a chance to try. I'm the type of person that I don't want to try because I don't know the outcome. I am that type of person, y'all. I'm the type of person where if I can't understand or be able to tell how the situation is gonna go, I'm going to leave the situation. Like, why would I stay? I don't like being confused. I don't like being not in the know. So it's hard for me to do like certain things as spontaneous, because I don't know how it's gonna end up. Now, I'm still a fun person, and trust me, with the way I'm talking, you'll think I'm a Debbie Downer, but I'm quite the opposite, because I always decided a long ass time ago I was not going to be a Debbie Downer. I was not going to be somebody nobody wants to hang around. I was going to make you remember me. And that's what I think I've did, and I think I've succeeded in my life. I hope. But yeah, that's on that. Now, being alone. Let's talk about alone and lonely. Let me tell you something. It's a difference. Y'all use those and put them together. It is a difference between alone and lonely. Okay? Let's talk about it. Being alone is you're by yourself. Being lonely, meaning you're looking for love. That means you want something to make you feel good or validate who you are as a person. It's different levels to lonely. And that lonely can lead to depression. Being alone has no faults. You know, I realize it's lonely at the top. There's a lot of times you have to be alone. You have to stand alone. You have to do things alone. Like, you might be wanting to, like, it's a difference. Like, alone is kind of like a test or a journey. Being lonely can lead to, like, isolation and depression to me. That's my opinion. Now, I'm not sitting here, I'm not no psychiatrist, I'm not no psychologist, I'm none of the above, so I can't really break it down for you in a scientific matter. But I do know that feeling lonely, meaning you needing companionship, meaning, in my opinion, this is all my opinion, y'all, that you needing companionship, you need somebody to help validate you because you're not enough. Being alone is just, sometimes you just like being alone. Like, I'm the type where I'm alone. I'm the type that really likes to be alone. I'm using myself, y'all, not to be conceited, but I'm just the only person I know about, so let me speak on me. You know what I mean? So I like being alone. I like, you know, being alone most of my time. Now, other times I do like being around people with good energy, with a good mindset, who's smart. You know, like, I have a certain, but I like being alone for the most part, because I know that being alone, you figure out a lot of stuff. You learn a lot of stuff, and you build up a strength that I feel like lonely doesn't let you do. And that's why I like being alone, because alone doesn't mean I'm lonely. Alone doesn't mean I'm not loved or nothing like that. I just rather be alone, because when I look out into this world and I read and I watch, I see all the bullshit that this world is on, and I'm like, why would I go out there and jump here and there in certain situations? Now, like I said, you can live life, take risks. Sometimes you gotta take risks to take a win, and sometimes you take a risk and you take a loss. It's all, life is a gamble, you know what I mean? So that's up to you to decide on where you want to go. But for me, I'm simple as, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna do me, and I'm gonna have fun, and I'm gonna do what I can. But I am gonna stop myself when I feel like I'm doing too much, and I feel like I want to be alone because I don't want this world to suck me up. Like, that's why I always told y'all, when I told y'all in one of my videos, I stay logged out of my Instagram. I couldn't do that then, but now, me being alone and connecting with God more, and trying to connect with myself and figure out my life and my situations, I log out every time I get in. And I haven't even been on today. You go from a time where, this is progress, y'all. You go from a time where I used to wake up, say something to God, and then check my Instagram, and then play my music and get dressed, to I'm waking up, say something to God, play my music and getting dressed. You see how you can't even tell the difference except for the one little thing of social media? That's my goal. My goal is to change up everything about myself and perfect myself. So that's for me, that requires me doing what? Being alone a lot of the time, because I want to get my spirituality up. I want to get my mental state up. I want to get my health up. Like, my skin has been doing terrible in 2020, y'all. Like, I can say for me, the downside of 2020 was my skin. Like right now, it don't look bad. Like, I got like 2 pimples here and a pimple here, but in all actuality, it looks really good compared to what it's been looking like. Jesus, for the past week, it's been just like constant. Like, I'm gonna say for the past 2 to 4 months, my skin has just been terrible, and it started in 2020. that was some BS for me. But also, I don't blame 2020 for none of this. It's just life. And I've had perfect skin back in the day, so it's not like it's just my time to break out, I guess. You know, I can't shake that. Plus, I eat. I know I don't eat the best. I do try to do my thing and, you know, stay on a healthy diet, but there's times where I did, especially when I started working and got a little more cheese, I was ordering out more. DoorDash was a beautiful thing, but it turned into a sin because I overused it, okay? So I know it's not all 2020's fault. I know a lot of people trying to blame 2020 for all the wrong. No. 2020 was just the year of enlightenment. It was the year of understanding, and that's what me understanding that being alone is not terrible. People make it seem like it's terrible. Oh, you're alone. But you're not, and you're stressing me about your situation in life. Nigga, I'd rather be alone than going what you going through. I'm gonna tell you that truthfully. So let me just say, in the sense that I hope I got all that. Basically, being alone is not bad. Now, can I say that there is a downside to being alone? The last good thing I want to say about being alone before I hit the downside. I can look in the mirror and love who looks back at me. Even when I'm mad and I do not like all these breakouts on my face and how my face looks, I'm still able to look in the mirror and be content and go out and talk to people and be confident in that situation. You got to be able to live with the person you look back at in the mirror, and a lot of y'all can't, and that's why y'all are lonely, not alone. It's a difference. I feel like being alone is another level. I can be alone all the time. I don't need human interaction, but I have it, you know, and that's just what God wanted us to happen. But don't think I can't sit here and go to the mountains, turn into a real hiker girl, and go talk to God and just chill and think about everything, and do that for a week straight and not see none of y'all and not feel bad about it, because I can't. That's just where I am. I feel like that's a good spot to be. Like, if somebody feels sad for me, don't never feel sad for me. Don't never pity me. I don't like that. And if I feel you pitying me, you're gonna see me fall back. I swear to you. Like, do not pity nothing about my life. Do not pity nothing about me. I just grew up in a isolated situation, and a lot went on in that isolated situation. And I learned within all that, I decided to be alone. Now, was that a good thing to choose to be alone during a bad time? Probably not. But I mean, I turned out better than what the alternative was. Because I wasn't about to do the alternative. I knew what the alternative was. And I wasn't about to, no ma'am, no sir, none of that. But I really want y'all to understand, being alone, you can also connect with yourself. You connect with God, and it's a beautiful feeling. That's why I like nature walks. Like, we're gonna talk about lonely, and I'm gonna tell you some things that you can do, because I want y'all to understand being alone is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Don't rush into anything. Don't let this world, which I feel like it does, make you feel like you gotta be in a relationship. You have to be around somebody, always be with people. You can't do stuff alone. Like, I remember in college, there were people who wouldn't go to the cave because they said, I can't go by myself. I said, why? Or you heard somebody or I just asked them, like, why? And they be like, I can't go alone. Like, I want to look like a lame. I'm like, bitch, what you just say? I'm sorry, I don't like using that word. I don't like, when I'm referring to a woman, I don't never call her that. She's not my bitch. Like, none of that. You're my friend. But when it slips, it's because something stupid just happened. And that's stupid to me. So you're not going to go eat because you don't want to sit alone. You sound very dependent on people, and I think college does that. Me and my sister was talking about it because she's at college right now. But I feel like that's weird. If you can't sit alone by yourself and eat because you're hungry, there's something you got to fix in there. You should be able to sit alone. Like, I used to do it all the time, even before I decided to branch out and actually talk to people. Nigga, I was sitting alone in my little spot and chomping down on my food and watching my YouTube videos and kikiing all day by myself, cackling. Nothing ever bothered me. Because being alone sometimes, people, like, my social battery ends very fast. And being around people too much, it's like a year ago for me, being around people too much, I couldn't do it. Like, I couldn't do it for too long. My social battery goes from here to here in 2 seconds, and I'm ready to be alone. I'm ready to do me. I'm ready to chill. I'm ready to just have myself. Because I'm so in love and engrossed with myself. That's where I'm at. That ain't always a good spot, but, you know, because sometimes I do have to learn. Now, being alone, it does have that downside of you have to learn. You have to actually be around people. You know that, right? Y'all. I used to think, do I have to have people in my life? Like, Lord, do we need people? need people? But you do, because there's some people that'll teach you, like, how you supposed to learn and grow, and, you know, you can see a different situation. Like, I look at different people's situation, and I'm like, oh, okay. That helps add to my knowledge. Not so much my experience, because I ain't experienced it, but it helps add to my knowledge. Sometimes having more knowledge is better than having more experience, because some of y'all be having experience in some stupid ass shit. No offense, but for real though. But yeah, so being alone, y'all, isn't bad. It's actually a good way to find yourself and understand yourself, and to really find God, and to really tap into what you're really trying to do in this life. I love being alone. I have no problem with it. I know that sometimes I can be too alone, too love alone, and I just want to be with myself and my family. And that's not good, especially when I'm for a 21-year-old. We all figured out already I got an old soul, but being a 21-year-old, people will have something to say about me, liking to be just around my family and alone. But don't worry, y'all, I'm actually working on that, though. I'm actually working on it. So if you're a lone person, we're going to give some solutions to this problem. So if you're a lone person, let me tell you what I do. I kind of like branch out and talk to people more. So I'm learning to talk to people way more. And it could be my job environment. I work at Walmart, so I'm talking to customers, and sometimes customers don't just want to ask you a question. They want to talk a little bit more about their life and stuff like that. And I'm learning to let that go, because I'm learning to let them talk with them, make them laugh, get conversation with them. Like, I'm learning to do all this. At least a year ago, would never. I would be like, just silent and letting you talk, and then be like, okay, have a good day. But now I'm learning, and I'm understanding, and I'm realizing people really do like talking to me, and I can do this. Like, I used to be so, y'all, there was a time my ass was so scared to talk to boys, because it felt like pressure. Like, I wanted to talk to dudes because I knew they were so funny and they were so chill, and they could fight with each other one day, get it over with a scrap, and be friends, or be cool the next day, and sit at the table and laugh and joke and holler and scarf down food in seconds. That shit was so beautiful. Because y'all, I know with a lot of women as friends, mainly women as friends, because I'm a girl, so, you know, gotta have my home girl. And the drama be folding, I mean, nigga, it's just no. It's not something I'm looking forward to. It's not something I like. So I wanted to talk to dudes, but me being a loner, I'm definitely a popular loner. And I've always had people around me. Don't get me fucked up. I'm not trying to make y'all feel like, oh, this is just a lone wolf and shit like that. Nah. I still had people around me. Unless I did, like when I went to college my first freshman year, I did what nobody was going to do. I stayed alone. I didn't talk to people, and I only went to class, and I did what I was supposed to. For the most part, yeah. That was me. And there was a reason, but then it become, after that reason was canceled out the situation, then it started to be just like me just liking it. I just like being alone. Like, call me crazy, call me cuckoo shit, but I was. So yeah, I'm not trying to ramble this on y'all, but I'm hoping I'm making sense. I'm hoping this is really getting y'all, and y'all really understand what I'm trying to say. Nothing wrong with being alone. Nothing wrong with being by yourself. Y'all let nobody force you into a relationship, force you into a friendship, force you to do something you don't want to do. You'll get out there eventually. Like, I think my whole story is basically, I eventually decided I need to go out there and talk to actual human beings besides myself. You know, I love talking to God, but even God, I feel like God pushed me out there too. It's like, at least you need to go talk to people. You can't grow if you just sit in yourself, because you're going to think you're always right, and you're not going to want to learn anything. So being alone has its ups, but it has its downs, y'all. But I'd rather you be alone than go into a relationship because you see everybody else in one and you're starting to feel lonely. Now let's jump over to this shouty bone. It's a wild little dude, okay? Being lonely is one of the terriblest feelings. I've never felt it before, but I really feel bad for anybody that's lonely in this world. Like, that's a sad feeling. I can't really, explain it because I haven't really been like, I've never felt like, besides when I was young, but that's normal shit. But now, me being older, me and understanding life and the journey I'm going through, I could never be lonely. I do not care. Being with a dude, getting in a relationship is not that serious. Having people around me that frequent me for my energy and just wanting to be real ass friends, that's serious to me. But I'm not in no rush to find it, because what I understand is, being lonely, you just want somebody there. That's my understanding, y'all. This is just me understanding and breaking it down in my vision. Lonely is you need somebody. You want something, anything to give you attention. But the thing is, being lonely is toxic, because you'll get in a relationship with anything or anybody just so you can have somebody there to hold you and tell you you're beautiful, or tell you you're handsome, or hear your problems. Like, when you should be able to do some of these things with God and yourself. Some things you don't need somebody to tell you you're beautiful. You should know that. Or handsome. You should know that. You should know your worth. And I feel like lonely makes you not know your. That means you do not know your worth. You do not know where you're going. You're trying to find somebody to be there for you, but you don't even know that your life ain't even put together yet. And that's why I don't like lonely. Now, it's okay to want love. It's okay to want to have people in your life, because that's a natural instinct. Hold on, Bubba. I'm coming. Hold on, y'all. Ooh. You watch what I'm doing? I missed it. I said it. What? Anyways, alright, y'all, I know I'm running this video too long. I'm sorry. I'm just really trying to, because I know the topics I want, but I don't write nothing down on what I want to say with them. I just kind of go off the dome. So this is why everything is always scattered. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna try to get more organized as my life grows and my channel grows. But yeah, being lonely to me is a toxic trait. Now, it's not bad. It's not totally terrible like I'm making it seem. Like, you can want love, you can want somebody to be there for you. I get that. Yeah, I think everybody wants that, but I feel like y'all focus too much on it. Lonely people, because they want more love. They want always love. And I'm like, can you deal with yourself though? Can you look in the mirror and love who you are? Do you know you? Like, are you in tune with God? Are you in tune with real shit? Like, that's why I really want y'all to not so much focus on love that much, then focus on being alone and understanding yourself first. Y'all trying to jump in these relationships, getting pregnant, getting girls pregnant, and then not knowing yourself fully. You did that because you lonely. And you wanted somebody to occupy your bed and fill your head up with sweet nothings, and now you wake up finally and you're like, shit, I'm with this man or girl I don't even love that much. Really don't love at all. He or she is annoying the shit out of you. You tied yourself down in a way that's real, like, because kids don't ask to be here. And that's why I really want people to stop being alone and start trying to find comfort and excitement through sex and with a relationship, because you're lonely and you're like, well, I did all this, maybe I'm missing love. And then you go find whatever was willing to love you first, and y'all two end up getting together and making a beautiful creation. And then now y'all both realize, I don't even know you besides what you good in bed about. And then now you two gotta learn to love each other for yourselves and not just what y'all financially and sexually bring to the table. And then you realize you ain't got my interest. He ain't got my interest. She ain't got my interest. And now all of this because you was lonely. All of this because you wanted love so bad. You was willing to accept whoever and work on their flaws with them and help them out. This is why I don't like lonely. This is why I don't try to bash it, but I don't like it. Because it makes a lot of people, it don't make people do anything, but that word means of what can have a good effect on how I know what's about to happen with this person's situation. Just by them saying, oh, I feel, if somebody even coming to me and say, at least I feel lonely. You about to do something you don't need to do, what you need to do. And let me tell anybody out there that's watching me that feels lonely and feel like you're missing something, you're missing yourself. You're missing God. You're missing a purpose. Understanding of what you're on this earth for. You're not missing a man or a woman in your life. Worry about that when you together. I feel like it's so selfish to put yourself in a situation with another person that you know you're not stable. When you know you need love or you need more attention and you're not going to fix yourself, you're not going to understand what's wrong with you. You're just going to get in a relationship and they're trying to figure out what's wrong. And if you're going to hurt them and harm them and damage them for future people, so now somebody else got to come in and clean up the mess you made. When you was being selfish, you should have just fixed yourself. I'm sorry. I have zero sympathy for people who go out there and get in relationships knowing this is not the person, knowing this is not what you need. You just want to fill a void, and instead of finding out what that void needs to be filled with, you put anything in it, and that turns it toxic. I hate that. I hate it with a passion. That's why lonely, I look down. I don't really look down. I do not like it when I hear that word, because I know people do stupid stuff being lonely. Being alone, you can fill your life up with a bunch of extra stuff, bunch of extreme stuff. But I know for a fact that being alone, people like to be alone. Like myself, we don't always do stupid stuff. We always have like a motive. Like we just like being alone. Like you'll ask me how many friends I have, and I'll probably tell you like less than 5 or less, and that's pushing it. Like 5 or less. That's it. Like that's it. And I'm talking about people who not only like was there for you when you was there, but actually text you out of the time of day, not to check, not to ask you about you know what I mean? They're not texting you because they need to talk about their feelings. They texting you because they want to know how you doing for real. I can say there's one girl, I'm not gonna say her name, but she know who she is. If she ever watched my videos, she know I do a little YouTube now. But I haven't told her to my channel name, but I don't know. Maybe she do follow me. But I know for a fact that this one person no, 2 people did that. They know who the 2 people are. But they're actually people that actually text me text time out of their day and say, how are you doing? I'm just checking in on you. And that shit is beautiful to me. And I'm really going to find some way to pay them back. And I don't have to pay them back for something people should naturally do. But they didn't have to do that. Especially me being, they know they know how I am. They know how, they kind of know how I think. They know kind of my genetic makeup of who like mom. Because I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's my lips. Okay. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm a little lonely bug. A lone bug. It's not lonely. I'm not looking for love. I'm not looking for any of that. But I know I can fall in myself so much that I forget to check on and be around people that actually care. So I'm the one, that's where being alone can have a downside, y'all. That's what I was saying. Like, I can push people out because I know myself as a comfortability. And sometimes you gotta be uncomfortable. God makes me uncomfortable. So it's uncomfortable for me to meet a person that I vibes with and I want you to be a friend. But I know what it's gonna take to be a type of friend that I am. And I know that not everybody in this world, especially in this world, can amount to that. And I'm understanding that everybody got their own situations in the world. I understand everybody has their own demons that they're battling. When you look in the mirror, it's a demon looking back at you. I understand that. But you got to learn how to work on that. You got to learn how to fix that. That's what lonely people will not do. And that's what I want anybody who's feeling like, oh, I need a relationship. If you choosing relationships like you choosing what bag of chips you gonna eat that day, you do not need a relationship. I've heard people tell me, Elise, I want to get in a relationship. I'm bored. Nigga, what? Like, you're bored? Go fucking read a book. Are you rich? You shouldn't be bored. If your money not up, you still in... I'm sorry, y'all, but never tell me you bored and you want a relationship. Because if your money not up, you're not successfully where you want to be. If your life is in shambles, why would you put a relationship in that? You need to worry about getting you together before you touch a relationship. I'm telling y'all, the main part of this video is y'all really gonna understand. I really want you to fix yourself and get a relationship with God and get a relationship and understand it with yourself before you bring anybody in your little crossfires, because who you are can mess up, make or break somebody else. What did Like Jenny say? Be a person that you will want to find. Look at yourself, real life, and ask yourself some questions. And look at yourself. Can you even be with yourself for a long period of time by yourself without getting crazy? Are you a person you would want to date? Because I know I date the hell out of Elise. Like, if I was a nigga, if I had me and then there was a nigga exactly like me, oh, we'll freak something up. We'll freak something up. We'll be a dream team. But I know for a fact that me now and me be the nigga now that's just like me wouldn't be a good idea, because we're both trying to do something else. Me now is not ready for no relationship, and I would never do that to anybody. I'm not ready for no relationship. I'm not trying to be mean. That's why I was saying I feel like my persona gives off to people, and initiating from the beginning point, y'all, my persona gives off to people that I don't want love, that love is trash, that you stupid and you a sucker for love. No, I love love. I think it's the most beautifulest thing. It's going to change this world. It's going to be a black woman's love to change the world. Y'all know my motto. But I'm not ready for that. And I feel like lonely people are searching for love too hard. Love is natural. Love comes easy. Contrary to popular belief, love does not hurt. Love takes time and takes patience. But love does not hurt. Love does not continuously hurt you and break you down. It doesn't. You think, oh, I don't want to give up, times are hard. No. Stop thinking that. We need to stop normalizing hurt with love. That's why they're two different words. No. Love shouldn't hurt. Love should test. Love should grow you. Love is going to be difficult, but it should never hurt. That's where I think when lonely people get and try to run over to love, they try to take over. And they mess it up. And then love leaves out the building like, you're not about to run me. You don't know me. Bye. So yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry for making this video so long. I did not mean to do that. But I just really wanted to touch those three in one. Because being alone is not a bad thing. But you do need to branch out and start to understand and get some knowledge of situations when it comes to being alone. Because I'm a loner. But I learned to talk to people and open up, and that's only coming now. Don't think I've been doing this whole time. No, just now am I ready to talk about emotions and really say what I'm feeling. And I'm starting to learn how to, speak up. Closed mouth don't get fed. A closed mouth ain't gonna get heard. So I'm learning to speak up on something I don't like, or stand up for something I really believe in and I don't like what you're saying about it, or defend somebody when you're doing too much to me. Old me would have just kept my mouth shut and, what ain't my business ain't my business. But now I'm starting to speak more, because you close your mouth, people gonna end up stepping all over you and speaking for you. And we not with that shit. That's why alone people, we're in a good spot, but we gotta learn that sometimes you're gonna need some more people. To lonely people. Stop trying to overtake love or trying to be love, because you're not. You really need to get on the alone level and then excel. Because don't think alone is the top. No. You can excel over alone, but that's where you need to get to understand yourself and to love yourself and to learn you and what you want and what you like. Being lonely, to me, I'm not gonna say there's something wrong with you. It's not. It's a natural feeling, and this world creates that natural feeling because you always look up and you see couples and all that stuff, and they push like this freaking stigma where you have to be in a relationship or something. I don't know, it just feels like people that they're constantly forcing us to be in a relationship. Like, I constantly look and I'm like, why am I hearing so much about relationships? People are not ready for that. Don't be in a relationship, y'all, if you're not ready. If you barely over 20 and you don't know what you're trying to do, don't get in a relationship right now unless you are sure in yourself. If you're sure in God, yourself, your purpose, and what you're doing, and you think you're ready, and you know you're not gonna harm somebody's mental but build them up, then do that. But don't be a broken ass person trying to get with somebody and then you break them. Now you just got a mess. Please, that's why I'm telling lonely people, understand yourself and love yourself and find love in yourself and find love in God, find love in family, find love in reading, find love in something that's not another person. Because if you live for people, you're gonna die for them. You live for what you die for. And that's your soul you're talking about. Please. And I feel like loving alone is pretty close to me. To love, I love you. You are the greatest feeling. When I feel it for my baby brother and my family, or just music, or just Tupac, or just God, or just anything in the world that gives me like this extreme sense of, I love this. I will protect this with my heart. It's a beautiful feeling, but I know you're dangerous because fake love and love. You gotta watch that. See, fake love is like that silent G in lasagna. It's there, and people can use that. And that's why I want lonely people to be careful, because y'all gonna go looking for love and you're gonna find somebody that's gonna give you fake love. It might not even be real love. Fake love is very much so real, and it feels very much similar to real love. So I want y'all to be careful, be mindful of fake love, and it is real. But understand that real love is beautiful. It's amazing. I love to see it. I'm the type of person, I love seeing people happy. I love seeing people work out. I'd rather you work out and be able to fix it than go through any type of divorce or trauma. Last point, y'all, and then I'm gonna get off of here. But there's a coworker, and he is divorcing. Him and his wife is getting a divorce, and they've been married for like 20-some years, 20-some, 30 years. And I'm just like, that's all you know. Like, why is it not working? And he said, people just grow apart. And I'm like, nah, people don't just grow apart like that. I mean, people do just grow apart. I get that. But there's got to be something worth saving. You've been with this woman. You decided to stay faithful and with this woman this entire time. You love this woman. What happened? Like he said, there was a lot of arguing and stuff, and so on and so forth. And there's just a lot of things that she wants from him that he just can't do. And he thought she understood that. I think he's scared to try. I think he doesn't want to change because he feels like that's somebody making him, but sometimes you need to, like, when you love somebody, you'll alter some things. Like, say you're blunt. Sometimes a woman doesn't need to hear blunt sometimes she needs you to be soft and caring and say it to her sweetly. Like, some things you need to tell her straight up, hey babe, that's some bullshit you on. And then sometimes you have to say, hey baby, I don't know, doesn't sound like you're on a good road. It sounds like you're on the more road to bad things other than, sometimes you gotta say it like that. Like, you gotta be able to compromise. But that's what I feel like should happen. I love love, and I hate seeing people break that. And I want to know, like, to y'all, like, what's love to y'all? Like, to me, love is unconditional. Love is something that doesn't hurt. Love is a beautiful thing. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. I've been talking y'all ear off. I've been going jumping, but I feel like I've stayed on topic though. Being alone is good, but sometimes you gotta branch. Being lonely is not good. It's okay to feel those emotions because this world makes you feel a lot of things that you feel like you have to be in. But you need to understand and love yourself and get alone and get yourself together and then step forward and move forward. Love is the most prettiest and beautiful and purest thing on this earth. It's gonna save us one day. But don't be looking for it too hard, and don't abuse it, and don't get with somebody when you're not ready, that has a lot of love to give, and you drain them and you hurt them for the future. Love is beautiful. Love should be pure and left alone. Watch out for fake love. That is real too, and it feels just like real love, and it can slip up and just bite you in the leg and pull the rug right under you, fall on your assets. But yeah, y'all, that's my only tidbit on, you know, alone, lonely, and love. Fake love as well. I hope y'all like this video. I hope it was entertaining, or I'm gonna say it more so, I hope it was informative. I really was in an informative mood to get this out. I wasn't even being a little bit goofy. I wasn't trying to. I just really wanted to really touch this topic. Please watch how you love and who you love. Please, because but also to say, I'm gonna start trying to add and do some new stuff to my channel. So I'm gonna start trying to, if y'all know the Trey King show, I love him, shout out to him. If you don't subscribe to him, go. He is amazing, and he you know, reports on cases in the news and a lot of situations in life. So I'm gonna try to do some stuff like that. I'm gonna grow my channel. I know I'm gonna try to branch out and get my YouTube a little bit different and touch different bases. I'm not one-sided, y'all. Black power and God and informative and opinionated awareness is really what my channel is, but I really want to touch bases with different stuff. We're gonna do a bunch of stuff, but for me to get there, I gotta know that you're liking it. So I'm gonna need you to comment the things you liked about this video, comment the things I can improve, you know, just really be interactive with me so I can better myself and understand what I gotta do more of. But thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for sticking around. If you were here in like 46 minutes, oh, I like you. But thank y'all. I love all my Thuggy Nationers, my Thug and Thuggies. I hope y'all living good where y'all let stand up. We're gonna do it big. We going up. This channel going up. We're gonna take over the world. But I want y'all to have a good day, have a blessed day, talk to God, understand yourself, love somebody, do a good deed. And yeah, I'll catch y'all on my next video.